doing? Well, tell chat. Tell chat all about it. Yeah. Tell chat all about it. And then what? She's so silly. She's crazy. I need to put socks and shoes on and change my shirt. Yeah. It is way warmer today than it was yesterday, that's for sure. But we're gonna drive out of here and we're gonna go hit the Arizona Trail. Oh, geez. I'm trying to knock things over here. Get a run in and then, oh my goodness, and then we're gonna hit, we're gonna start the drive home. Yeah, here, let me give you the views over here. All right. You gotta put your bell on before we go too far. Just so you know. Long sleeve. It's not that. I could probably get by with just a long sleeve, or should I wear a short sleeve and a coat? I think wear a short sleeve and a coat, just to make sure. I do need some shorts. No shorts on either. Shorts. What's she doing out there? Pants. Put that up there. This needs to go here. This needs to go here. I gotta pack things up too. Oh, wear the craft shoes today. I don't even know what ones these are. Craft. Something's. I've forgotten already. I like them. I like them. They're not as good as the Ultra Pros. I was hoping I could get the Ultra Pros. Very nice shoe. Very nice shoe. Kind of wish I could afford to get the, what is it, the Ultra 2s or whatever it is? Because those are more designed to be like a hybrid road trail shoe. I mean, specifically, I think it's made for like gravel. And I'm going to have a lot of gravel roads running coming up. Here's my training block for on, quit putting your keep bopping me with your nose. Like freaking like bopping me with her nose. Like, come on, let's go. Yes, we're going. I don't need you bopping me in the face. I don't need you bopping me in the face. She's like, what do you mean? You do need me bopping you in the face. I know it. He knows it. Woo! Okay, it's a little chillier than I thought when I had my sweatshirt on, but it's still way warmer than it was. Like, I haven't even turned the heater on since we woke up. I think like 3 o'clock in the morning was the last time I turned the heater on, and it is 65 degrees in here. Oh, I kinda gotta blow my nose. Like, I might actually be okay. Riley says hello. I might be okay with just a t-shirt on. As warm as it is today. Huh. I gotta blow my nose though. Gotta boat a node. Ooh, what's up with that? My nose is running all of a sudden. Want to jump up? Here, let me have your collar. Yeah, we're just going to put this on now. There we go. Oh, hey, Nari, jump up, you weirdo. I mean, I get the confusion. Just grabbed her collar, put the bell on, and so she's like, oh, we're going. Like, right when I went to shut the door, because we got to drive to the trailhead, she was like, she jumped out. Yeah, you did that. You did that. Here, we're going to put this up so that we can... Will you move? Thank you. There we go. So that we can plug the phone in too. Are we good to go? No, we're not. this is gonna be a little bit goofy for you guys. You're gonna have a, ooh, it is hot in here. The heater's on for some reason. Oh, God. Oh, what the hell? The struggle is real, everybody. There we go. I need to do this. There we go. And we'll try and do it like that, maybe. I don't need that, but I do need to plug this in because the battery's already getting low. Okay. Oh gosh, dang it. I forgot to fix that. Can I drive? My ABS sensor came undone again. That freaking thing. Sandflies are out here. Just nasty. Gosh dang it. I don't really want to. I gotta fix it now. Problem is my exhaust, I've been running the vehicle now for about an hour because my batteries were so low. Gosh dang it. I gotta do it. Okay, so we're gonna be delayed a little bit. I gotta fix my van because I forgot to do it. There we go. Yesterday, well, it's not that I forgot to do it yesterday. Yesterday was just frigid out here. Today it is nice and warm, so I gotta fix my battery or my ABS sensor. Okay, I'll let you out, sweet girl. You can, because this is gonna take me a few minutes. Go ahead. Where is my other coat? I want this one. Okay, so, oops, we are delayed a little bit because I got to fix my ABS sensor. Okay, come on. Is my zipper broken? What the hell? There we go. Sunglasses need to come off so I can see. Might have to take my hat off. Okay, I need pretty much everything in here. Okay, get out of my face. I don't know why you do that every time. I'm not mad at you. I'm just wondering why you have to get into my face. You like bend down and she's like, oh, you want my face? No. Oh, this is going to be kind of pokey because there's a lot of rocks and everything here. Well, I don't know. You're not helpful, sweet girl. I know you're trying to be. Gosh dang, I almost feel like I need to pull forward a little bit. If I pull forward up there, all right here, it is just way too rocky. way too rocky. See, this is, everybody romanticizes the van life, but this is the reality of van life. You have to be able to be self-sufficient and fix things. She's so funny. Hey, there you are. She looked at me like, where the fuck are you going without me? Like, my van's drivable right now, but this road was pretty freaking rough when we came in. So let's find a nice grassy spot right here, maybe. This will work right here. So I would rather have all of my, I would rather have my all-wheel drive and my, and everything, where right now I do not. Okay, now, see, I'm already losing viewers because nobody wants to watch this. I actually probably don't need that open right now. I do need to close this though, or else I'm gonna get smack myself in the head. Okay, you guys stay maybe not right there. How about right here? No, that doesn't work either. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see the views or not. Look right there. While I do some work on the van here. Hi, Sucro. Okay, thank you. You're not being helpful though. I know you're wanting to be. You think you are. I don't think you're being helpful. Ooh, my shirt's too fat of a tummy. How did this even, I don't understand how this even did anything, because I freaking fixed this thing. Like, where is the issue? I'm guessing it's right here is the issue. We will try this right here. If I had to guess, this is where the issue is. That should definitely not be the issue there. Maybe it is down here. I need to do a better job on repairing this. is definitely where the issue is right there, I think. All sorts of corroded right there. Goodness gracious. Plan was actually to fix this better down by Phoenix when it was going to be a lot warmer. Whew, does. Let's see if that'll work. Poof does. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll find out, I guess. What you have to fix on the van? My ABS sensor. The only thing that's ever been wrong with the van, which because it's the worst freaking design ever. Riley says you should talk to the camera every once in a while. I was talking to the camera. If you can't hear me, it's because my camera was back here and I was under the van. You were in the way, sweet girl. I gotta clear the code and hope that it fixed it. Because there was one connection that was corroded, but it wasn't corroded that bad. Okay, just bypass it. Bypass it. Come on. Thank you. I mean, unable to read DTC. What the fuck? I have you on. Can you stop? If this is ready. Why are you unable to read my DTC? That's in. I got green light. Invalid data received from ABS. So is my ABS just freaking broke or what? Well, no shit. When I haven't. Oh, this fucking thing. I don't get what is going on here. There we go. Now it's doing its thing. Okay, now let's see what we got going on. Still says it's getting invalid data. good. We're good. We're good, everybody. The door's obnoxious. Well, that's fine. It has to be because I can't do it without it beeping. Doesn't sound like a good start to the day. Well, really, it was the end of like 2 days ago, and I just never fixed it. But that doesn't mean it's fixed, because I don't know. We'll see. The Ford Transit are notorious. At least this year of model is notorious for ABS sensors not working so good. And shut down. And so I'm constantly having to fix this thing. And on the drive up here the other day, it went out for no reason. I'm thinking it was vibration. There was a little bit of corrosion on one of the connections that I need to just do a permanent fix on. But because it goes bad so often, I don't like, is this really going to be a permanent fix? It's easy to just like try and fix right now. There we go. Okay, I got that. Okay, look at me. Back up you. So anyways, am I still... There we go. My phone decided to do its own thing there. Anyways, there. Oh, if we're gonna turn it this way a little bit, like that. I don't know. So I don't know if the sensor's going bad again, or if it was the actual like corrosion on that one connection, which wasn't that bad, but the code cleared, so we'll see what happens as we drive. We are open this window for her. We're gonna go to the trailhead, which is a ways away. And so I don't know what the service is going to be like, because I'm going to be in trees every now and then, so who knows what my Starlink is going to do. But once I get up here, I should have good cell reception. Right here where we're sitting, we're so close. I don't have line of sight of the cell tower up on top of here, but I still get signal every now and then. There must be a cell tower down on highway, what is it, 89, which is about 10 miles to the north of us. But it's down at the bottom off the plateau here. It's probably more than that. It's probably like 20 miles, I guess. But I must get something from that every now and then, which is in Utah. because my time on my phone keeps going from, what is it? It is technically 8:50 right now, which is a lot later than I was hoping to be out of here, like an hour later than we were hoping to be going. But it keeps going 9:50. Difference between Arizona and Utah, because Arizona does not practice daylight savings time, so they're on Pacific time zone right now. But then as soon as the time change, whenever that is that this weekend? I'm not even sure. But as soon as we have that, then it's like we're back into Mountain Standard Time or whatever. Is really rough. So there's a road that goes off to the right here. That's what we drove down the other day. And then right on the other side of the fence is another road that goes off to the right. And I learned that, I mean, the road off to the right here is really bad as well. That's the road that actually goes back. Center class back an hour on Sunday, so it is this weekend. Okay. So then so Arizona doesn't change. So then it's just Utah will be the same as Arizona at that time. But the road going off to the right here actually goes back to the AZT. But I know further up here it does not look good. How much gas do I got? It would almost be worthwhile to try. Nah, we're not gonna do it. I think we're just gonna go to the trailhead. Because I know if I go to the trailhead up here, then I do have good cell service so that I can actually stream the run. But it's gonna take us a good 20-25 minutes because this road is not, pretty rough. This is one of those, make sure you have a good high clearance vehicle. You could probably do it without four-wheel drive, as long as it's not muddy. Like you could do it in a two-wheel drive vehicle as long as you had good clearance. Now that other road back there that I drove on, you definitely need some sort of four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and really high clearance. Like it was probably testing the limits of what I can do in my van. It is hot. That sun is hot. I don't even have the heater on anymore. It is baking in here. Yeah, it's bacon, sweet girl. What? Do you want to go look out this one? No, you didn't want to look out the window. You just wanted to block my view. You little turd. I don't mind if you want to look out the window, but just don't stand right in front of me so I can't see the road. Yeah. It is so bouncy I can't read chat very well. Ran your last hard run before race next Saturday. 6 miles of special pace. It was windy. It's so cold, so it sucked. Hey, at least you suffered through it. At least you suffered through it. like at the beginning of the stream, Rikuma was like, it's freaking, like, compared to yesterday, it is freaking hot out here. Like, it is literally 67 degrees right now, and there's zero wind. then. You thought it was over, yeah. Well, I'm one of those people that, like, if my hands get cold, my whole body gets cold, so I have to wear gloves where most people are, like, sweating. If it gets below, like, 30 degrees, I have to wear mittens because there's no glove out there. I've had, like, super thick, like, gloves, like the gloves that people use to, you know, summit Mount Everest. And, like, my hands get cold. But if I wear mittens, it could be even like the lightest pair of mittens, my hands stay nice and toasty. It's just finger gloves, my hands just get cold. That's you also? Yeah. This part of the road ain't too bad. No, now we're getting into some rocky again. Like this burn area we're in right now is like a combination of a burn from a few years ago and then a burn from this last summer. This isn't even part of the burn that burned down the lodge 40 miles north of here, or south of here, the famous Grand Canyon Lodge that burned down from that fire. That's not even this fire. Gloves in 30-degree weather, yeah. If it's below, like I have to wear a light pair of gloves. That'd be why there's mosquitoes around here. Some of the water sources around here actually have water in it. Yeah, like I would even say probably 45 degrees. Anything colder, well, and if there's wind, I mean, you can bump that up to like 55 degrees. I have to wear at least a light pair of gloves. Once we get past this gate up here, then this road gets not as rough anymore. There's still some rocky spots, but it's not as rough as it is right here. Like if you don't have good tires, I would not be driving right here. You could puncture a tire so easy. There's a part of me, oh gosh dang, almost threw up, it felt like there, because I like kind of burped and hiccuped and all this stomach acid came up. That was not fun. Like I almost just like was gonna air down my tires just to make it a little bit smoother. But I don't feel like pulling the air compressor out to air them back up once I get to the highway. So I'll just take it slow. It'll be fine. Picture, if you look on YouTube, the thumbnail I use is actually a picture of the trail marker for the Navajo Trail. Me and her, we did go for a walk yesterday before sunset, just to try and check out that trail, the Navajo Trail. And so there's a trail marker, but because the new burn, the most recent burn came through there, you can't even tell hardly where the trail is. So I took a picture of this trail sign marking the trail, which is like, what, trail number 19? I don't know why they just didn't say Navajo Trail, but if you don't have good suspension and tires, you will not have a smooth ride. Well, even like right here on this road is even, because I have really good off-road suspension and I have big oversized mud tires, all that kind of stuff on, and like off-road tires, and like I've put a lot of money into the off-road capabilities of this van, and even with my off-road suspension, it is not smooth. And I have it set for this, because it's adjustable, and I have it set for the softest setting right now, and it is not smooth. This road is so rocky. This part of the road though isn't too bad. It's more dirt than rock, so we can actually cruise a little bit here. There we go, we're cruising. We're cruising now. Which, just like you said, Sons of Anarchy, even on this right here, if I didn't have the suspension I had, yeah, this would be super rough. And this part of the road actually isn't too bad. Big rock. Climb up and over. There must be some elk here, because all of a sudden it definitely smells like elk. Holy cow. I did not think elk would be this far north. I would think they'd be more closer to the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's the side-to-side sway is the only thing that I go slow for on this stuff, because my suspension can handle it, but I just don't feel like everything being tossed around in the back of my van. Wish I had about another, what, $4,000 that I could put into my van. It would just be in the front. I'd like to get new lower control arms that are like a lot heavier duty, and then upgrade to the Bilstein struts. So I just have stock struts on. I have my coil springs are beefier and more off-road. Okay, here's the gate. So now the road should be a lot better. But we need to climb up over the top of this, because it's about a 6-inch climb up over that. Here we go. Hey, Lady Serene. Hey, thank you for the raid. I don't know why my alert didn't go off. Thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully you had a good stream. We are currently driving to the trailhead, which you would think we're going back in onto a trailhead, but actually we're coming back out to the trailhead. Because we drove back in here a couple days ago to another trailhead, which is pretty much non-existent. So now this morning we're driving back out. We're a little delayed because I had to fix my ABS sensor on my van before we could drive out. But we're on our way back out. And this road is high clearance 4x4 only. The thing I don't get is there's all these signs saying timber sale area, no firewood cutting at all. There's no live trees. These are all dead, burned trees. Who the hell is who the hell bought the rights to cut all these trees down? And this isn't even the new burn area. This is the old burn area from like 5-6 years ago. Oh man. Riley said, I can't go back to work in 2 weeks. We're going to Arizona to take a mini vacay. Okay. You don't know what you're going to encounter. Yep. Well, I'm going to be right back down to somewhere around this area probably for a little bit. I just got to go to Montana really quick and then grab some items, and then I got to come back down here. Actually, I'm probably going to go to Black Canyon area or somewhere around there because I have to work in Phoenix. Not this weekend, but the next weekend I have a day of work I have to do. And then after that, we're just going to we'll probably go down by Tucson for a little bit, or maybe, actually, I think we're going to go to the Chiricahua Mountains, because that area is so cool. It's like it's almost like Sedona, but it's so remote, you don't hardly get anybody out there. But it is a lot like Sedona. That's probably where we're going to go for at least a few days. And the trails there are so cool. But I do have to at least stick around the Phoenix area for a little bit. But this area, I love this area as well. And the weather looks like it's going to stay pretty good here. Will I come this deep into the what would be the north of the plateau? Probably not. But I might go all the way. There's a really nice campground, like an official campground with amenities at the northern terminus of the AZT here, and I'm pretty sure this time of year it's free. I don't even think you have to pay for it. And then you got the AZT right there and a couple other trails. So I might do that maybe. You haven't been on over there yet. Sorry, I keep... Maybe time to upgrade to all-terrain tires, some kind of off-road suspension on your van. Well, I have mud tires. Like, I have some really beefy off-road mud tires on right now, and I have off-road suspension already. I spent $8 grand upgrading my suspension, to an off-road suspension on my van, so we already have it. That's the only reason why I was able to get back on this road. You should have seen what I was driving on to get to the Navajo trailhead. It was not like a normal vehicle. Even a stock pickup truck was not going to get to where we got to 2 days ago. Yeah, my tires that I have on right now are 4 inches bigger diameter than the stock tires, and it's a off-road mud tire versus an all. I used to have oversized all-terrains. After I put the suspension kit on, I just got all-terrains, and they were not cutting it. Like, it would not get to where I needed to get to for a lot of what I do. I had to put some mud terrains on. Yeah, between my tires and my lift kit, because I put a lift kit on this thing, so it has a 3-inch lift, and then my tires are 4 inches bigger, which gives me another 2 inches of lift. So I got basically 5 inches of ground clearance that I never used to have. And then modified the bottom, because another bad part about the Ford Transits is the rear shock mounts on the axle tubes are so low. Like, they're the lowest pop point on the van, and so I got a kit to modify those. So actually now the lowest part is my differential. Oh geez, that was a dip. Oh geez, that's a big dip too. I don't want to hit that at traveling speed. Freaking my head would hit my steering wheel and then hit my seat behind me, bucking the way I would on that. do you call it? What do you call a group of turkeys? I don't remember now. Not a flock, but whatever. There was at least 20 or 30 turkeys. Nari was like, what the hell are those things? there are some closed roads back in here still. That was from like 3 months ago. I'm surprised they haven't changed anything yet. The area that I like to go to on the other side of the road looks like it's closed, completely closed. It's weird, but there's no fire anymore, so I don't know what is going on. This road here does not look like it's closed. Yet they have a big sign here to let you know that it's closed. But I think we'll just go back to the highway, jump on the highway, and then we'll go to we'll jump on the trail. Just in case, because that road right there cuts over to the road right where we're going on the highway. That's why I wanted to jump on it, but there's a lot of information in that, and I don't have time right now to try and decipher it. So we're just gonna go the way I know we can go. look close. Of course, somebody, right as soon as I start to go, somebody comes racing around the corner. And everybody speeds here. The speed limit's 45. And this guy's already riding my ass. Like, come on, people. And it's really stupid that people speed because this is a major crossing for the Arizona Trail right here. Everybody speeds right there because it changes. I mean, you saw the sign, it changes to 55 right at that spot. Well, it seems to be open again. I don't know. This whole section right here, according to that sign back there, was closed. I think they just freaking forgot to take the sign down. Okay. Oh, I need my... Can you move? Thank you. She's like, no. F you, you go around me. I consider myself a grandma driver, but apparently 60 to 70 is too slow for some folks. What is going on here? Here we go. Oh. I gotta turn this off so that I don't... Oh, it was already off? Oh, man. I just spent that time not charging my batteries. No, I'm going to let her out. And then I'm going to go over here to the big sign and see if there's anything. Anything informational. The Dragon Bravo fire. That's the one that destroyed the Grand Canyon Lodge. They can go crash ahead of you. Yeah. Oh geez, there's many times on the frickin' oh, she's pooping. The drive up here on 89 that it's like there's actual passing lanes, and I watched so many people damn near get in head-on collisions because they didn't want to wait the half a mile to pass somebody and decided to do it, like just to do it. And it's like, what are you doing? Nari, no, Nari, hey, hey, no. God dang her. Every single dead part of anything that she finds, she's like, I gotta roll on it. So there's like a dead elk hoof up here, like is not even the full lower part of the leg on an elk. And she's like, I gotta roll on it. Okay, I got a battery. I need the gimbal. Are you good? I don't think you've drank any water. Why is my gimbal almost dead? That doesn't make any sense. I guess I'm gonna have to charge my gimbal a little bit. I just charged it. And why are you doing your own thing? I didn't even touch. See, I'm not even touching anything and it's doing its own thing. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. Don't mind me. I need to find her leash though, because she's gonna have to be on it for a little bit. Is that it? Yeah, it's right there. In order to get across the highway. Change hats. I want to wear this one. I'm gonna wear this one. Since people like to. I don't need my sunglasses though. Because we're only gonna go, like at the most, we'll go probably 3 miles. Is it 3 miles or 4 miles? I don't know. Oh yeah, this thing is almost dead. I got a little bit of water for both of us. Won't need much. What do we got here? 85%. We're good there. Because this gimbal is almost dead. So we're going to try and plug it in. Charge it for a bit before I have to switch to my phone because my phone's only at 45%. So we are at the Orderville Trailhead. So we're gonna go to hopefully right there. That's where we crossed, where I was like, oh, that's where the road crosses. Now, I was way back. See if I can figure out. I was past this, so I would have been up in here somewhere is where we started out at. Might have actually been up here further. Yeah, there's Government Reservoir. So we were like right up in here. So it looks like a nice forest road. Yeah, it is not a nice forest road. And there's the Navajo Trail. So actually we were way up here because there's Navajo Trail right there. And we were right here is where we would have been at. That road is not really a road. It looks like a nice road. It is not. So 12 miles to the Highway 67. I've been all the way up there and past it actually. I think actually I've been all the way from there. East Rim View is 30 miles. And then the National Park, Grand Canyon National Park boundary is 37 miles from here. That East Rim View is what I thought about going to yesterday when we were talking. I do like how they have a bear box right here, because you get a lot of the through hikers on the AZT. And we're gonna go, no, Nari, don't you dare. Hold up, come here. Oh, I do not want to put you on this because you're gonna choke yourself out. Gosh dang it, can we do this without her freaking out and get across the road? Nari, hold up. Because she's gonna pull. If I put her on the leash, because I don't have a good harness on her, I just have her collar. Nari, hey, Nari, you hold up. I can hear a freaking car coming, and she's like, let's go. Hold up, hey. Thank you. That's a good heel. Yeah, no, that doesn't mean to go running. Oh, butthead. I love how I tell her she's doing a good job, and then she's like, okay, let's go. I can hear somebody else coming. Wait. Hold on, hey. Okay, go. Can't believe she actually did as good as she did there. Look at her, getting to be a big girl. Look at you doing a good job. She actually listened. She was having a really good heel until we got to there, and then she waited for me to say, go ahead. Oh, I forgot to start my watch. Look at me forgetting to start my watch. I'm not being a good big boy. I'm forgetting to do things. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, I need to tighten the vest a bit. It does not feel like it is 56 degrees out. It feels a little warmer than that. Ooh, sorry about that, everybody. Hold on, I gotta do stuff. Trying to get a picture. I told her, I was like, here. And she came over there, she stood there, and then right when I try and take a picture, then she was like, F you. You know what, even though we're quite a ways away, I'm gonna put the mileage thing on. We've already gone a bit, but it's okay. From here we'll see. We've gone probably only a quarter of a mile. Somebody turned down the road over here, probably hunting. That's the road. Right there is the road that I wanted to cut across to come back instead of having to take the highway, but there's actually a couple of really nice camp spots. One of them being right here. Like, because then you're like right here on the freaking, like, it would suck because you're so close to the main road, but you're right here. See, it is cold enough that there is frost on the grass still, so it definitely is what temperature it says. It just feels a lot warmer. I can see that the next spot down there is There's a big camping spot down there. Looks like there's got to be probably 3 or 4 big RV trailers. So a bunch of buddies with a big old hunting camp going on there. Should have probably put her reflective harness on so that people don't try and shoot her. Oh, this is steep. Oops. I was gonna try and run it, but holy cow. See how far back we can get. I don't remember how far it is. Because I wanted to go to that road crossing that we went by. But I don't remember if it's 3 miles or 4 miles to there. This is a steep hill, but really where we're going is downhill from here. And you just have to get up to the top up here. And then overall, we'll be lucky if we have maybe 300 feet of vert total, because it's relatively flat. But oh my goodness. Oh. All the vert is right there. I mean, there's a little bit up here a little ways further, but that's where this spot right here is where most of the vert is. And we're not even to 100 feet yet of vert. So I just gotta get warmed up, breathing under control. It is so nice out right now. Actually, probably should have taken my coat off. It would be plenty warm without my coat on. It's chilly, but I think I'm going to warm up from running, so I'll be fine. Oh. We're still going uphill. There was a little, there's a campsite just to the right up here too. That last week when I came through had somebody on it, and then I can see off to the left that the campsite over there has somebody on it too. Actually, there's a lot of people on that one, and that's a big campsite. Probably my favorite one out here, because it has a decent opening where I can have good Starlink if I need it, but it also sits plain view of the cell tower, so you get really good signal, like 4 bars of signal, and then so you don't even need your Starlink. But yeah, we came through here last week, and I tried to take this one first right here, and there was somebody here, and so Then we went to that next one right there. There's somebody there. And so that's why we just took the one that was across the way there. I haven't seen anybody out this one now. It's been a week since we came through last week. Ooftas. There is not anybody up here at this one, as far as I can see. Because they should have been, actually should have been back that way a little bit more. I don't see anybody though. Watch out for snakes. Yeah, they're pretty much hibernated by now in this area because they've already had a couple snowstorms come through here. So they've pretty much all gone into their dens. You might have a few closer to the end of this trail. Just because it's a little more exposed and rocky and hot and all that. And so there might be still a couple out there for a little bit longer, but for the most part, they're all hibernated. You'd have to get south of Flagstaff on this trail anymore to find any. And by south of Flagstaff, I mean off of the Coconino Plateau, even off. So you're talking probably 50 miles south of Flagstaff, which would be about 300 miles from here. Maybe even closer to 400 as far as the trail goes. Because if you just drive the highway to Flagstaff from here, you're talking, it's like 150 miles, if not a little more than that. So it's easily 200 miles south of here before you drop off the Coconino Plateau. Holy cow. Okay, hopefully this has enough juice in it now. The gimbal, I mean, what my phone's about. My camera's about to die. Ooftas. Heard rattlesnake venom is painful. Yeah, if you don't, like, I think you have to get the anti-venom. I mean, it depends on, of course, where it bites you and that kind of stuff, but like, it'll kill you within 24 hours if you don't get anti-venom. I was thinking the other day that because the last 2 years, this time of year, people have been trying to set the FKT on this trail, fastest known time for the FKT is, and every year it's like a gamble, because usually people try earlier because the snow up here is usually pretty dang deep already, especially as you get closer to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, because it's a little bit higher than here. It's about 1,000 feet higher, and so it's like a big gamble of being able to set an FKT, but this year nobody's trying, and like the weather is perfect for it. Like this is the year people should have been doing it. And it's a gamble. But like this is the weird part. So on this trail, because the southern end of it is kind of down by Sierra Vista, Arizona, on the Mexican border. But those mountains there are 10,000 foot mountains. So last week they were getting snow up on those mountains. So it's like you think that, oh, let's start, you know, from this end, and because it'll be warmer as you go by or go down, which is true until you get south of Tucson, and then you start getting up in those mountains, and even the mountains around Tucson get snow, like Mount Lemmon and those get snow on them. So it's like, yeah, it's super hot in that middle, like 300, 400 miles in the middle of the state, but both ends of it can have snow this time of year. And once the snow like really flies up here, then, because yeah, they had a couple snowstorms this last like couple weeks up here, but once it really starts to fly, it doesn't go away. Where down in the southern part of the state, it comes and goes. So I recommend carrying a gun on certain trails anywhere, no matter the state. I agree. If I was hiking, I always have a pistol with me. But when I'm out for a run like this, it's hard to carry anything, and most of the time I'm fine. Don't really have to worry about anything. There's a lot of times I'll wear my, or I'll carry, I guess, not really wear, but I'll carry my bear spray, even though, you know, most of this, you don't have to worry about bears. And if you, like, it's just, they're just brown bears or black bears anyways. Like, they're not, you know, it's not like the grizzlies have to worry about Montana. And a lot of people are like, looking at me like, why are you carrying bear spray? Well, there's a lot of other things out here, like cougars and javelinas and that kind of stuff that can get you. You get down by the Mexican border and there's jaguars, which I saw, was it 2 years ago? They actually, for the first time in like 40 years, caught a jaguar on a trail cam. I think that was in the truck, was. That they haven't found in the US for a long time. Like, there's still quite a bit of them in Mexico. But, so I came over from the border of Mexico, moving back in its native territory, which is good to see. Oh man. Well, I think I'm having, I think the altitude is getting to me. So I'm sitting right about 8,000 feet right now. haven't been this high for, well, since Mammoth. And that was during the race where I got up there, you know, a little bit higher, but since then I haven't really been at higher elevations. I mean, I've been a few times over maybe 5,000-6,000 feet up in Montana, but okay. Whew. So I think we got another 2 miles maybe. So it's probably like 3.5 to the turnaround point. Oh no, we went about a quarter mile, so yeah, we'll see, I guess. I forgot to start my watch and the distance thing on the phone for a while, so. All right, come on. Come on. But there's a dead thing hanging from the tree that I want to eat. I'm guessing there is. I think we're gonna get up here and I'm gonna take my coat off. Oh, yeah, it's definitely the altitude. I kind of got that lightheaded feeling. Yeah, the mountain lions are very prevalent down here. And my dog, I think she'd be, like, for a mountain lion, she'd be, well, I know she gets on alert because she can sense it, because mountain lions are hard to see, and she definitely knows that that's more dangerous. But like Javelina, the last time she saw a squad of Javelina, I think that's what they call it, a group of Javelina, she was like, oh look, some friends, let's go make friends, they can play with me. And I'm like, no, get away, those things will kill your ass. Yeah, more dogs down here in Arizona that die from Javelina attacks than anything else. I haven't decided if we're gonna start heading back or not. I think we are, because I'm a little confused. So I ordered my solar panels, 3 of them, from the same place. They shipped them individually, which I don't know why. I would have thought they probably would have came in 2 packages, because normally they're come in 2s. But whatever, they shipped them in 3 different packages. 2 days ago, is when they were supposed to show up, and I got a notification saying that, oh, this is new. This tree right here. You can tell it's not that old because nobody's really done anything with it. Yeah, solar panels for my van. I kind of have to upgrade now that I have my AC unit. I just don't have enough power, which I've been wanting to upgrade even before I got my AC unit. So I'm going from 100 watts to 200 watts. And so they shipped them individually, and I got a thing saying, oh, it looks like it's delayed a day, which I'm guessing is because, you know, my mailbox that I have everything shipped to is like one of those mailbox service places, and they close at like 5 or whatever, 6 maybe. And I'm guessing the delivery driver probably showed up afterwards. But then I got a thing yesterday saying that 2 of them got delivered, but not the other one. And so then this morning, I even looked at because I ordered them through Amazon. And I looked at Amazon and it said, for the 3rd one, it doesn't say now arriving today or anything. It says expected delivery today. And I'm like, you delivered the other 2. So, and the 3rd one should have been right with it. So why did the 3rd one not get delivered? And that always makes me nervous, because the last time I had something like that happen, it never showed up. And then it was a fight with Amazon to get refunded, because it was like, you fill out the claim and you even put a reason on there that you go, well, the last time I had a thing that said, like, after like 5 days, I got an email from them saying, it looks like your stuff never showed up. Would you like to request a refund? So I was like, yes, because I already had to buy it on like the economy, which is a little more expensive, but because I needed it right away. And so I, you know, because they sent me an email with the link saying that request your refund, so I requested it. Well, then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, I still never got my refund. So I looked at the thing, and on the refund request it said it was awaiting the return of the item in order to get my refund. I'm like, I never got it. How am I supposed to return it? Like, you guys sent me the thing knowing that it wasn't delivered. And so trying to find a freaking contact info for the help desk or whatever for Amazon anymore is ridiculous. And finally I was able to like chat with them, and the lady that I was chatting with is like, I'm like, hey, I never got my refund for this. She's like, well, let me look at it. And then she goes, well, yeah, it's because we're waiting for the return. We never saw that it got returned. And I go, that's because it never got delivered. You can even look in the status, the shipment status. It says it was never delivered. Like, the last thing on there was left the carrier facility or whatever, and it never got anywhere. And so she's like, oh yeah, that is odd. And I go, yeah. She's like, well, let me see what I can do. And then finally she was like, okay, we're gonna process your refund. I'm like, well, good, because that was like $1,000. It's like, you guys know it didn't get delivered. You sent me the link saying that, hey, we see this never got delivered. Do you want a refund? Well, they did ship it at the same time. That's what's funny. Like, I saw on the shipment stuff, all 3 of them shipped at the same time. I even have the emails, because they sent an email individually for each one, since they shipped them individually. It's like, and then the status of, you know, another for each one individually saying, it looks like all, you know, they're going to be sorry for the inconvenience, but it looks like it's going to take an extra day. For all 3 of them. And then yesterday I got delivery for the 1 box from Amazon, delivery of the 2nd box from Amazon. And then shortly after that, because they have to check things in at my mail service, I got, hey, you received a box from Amazon. Hey, you received another box from Amazon. But then I never got anything for the 3rd box. I'm like, they were all 3 together. Like, what the hell? Because at first I looked at my mailbox to see if they had received 3 different boxes. Thank you for checking in, sweet girl. Oh, it's a little bit uphill now. Got it in me today. Okay, now we can run again. We're at the top of this hill. We got another little bit of a climb here before we only got like another, I don't know, half a mile or so until we turn around. Why are you jumping up at my hand, you weirdo? I have an open hand. You can see I have nothing in it. She was jumping up like she thought I had a snack in my hand or something. I'm a little concerned as to why she's healing right now, because when we're out here on the trail, she doesn't normally do that. Do you sense something? Maybe that's why she was jumping up at my hand. She's trying to be like, hey, danger ahead, let's turn around. Oh, another tree in the way. That's new as well since the last time I was out here, which the last time I was out here was 5 months ago, 6 months ago. What month are we in? We're almost in November. So at least 6 months ago. Yeah, I don't know what I'm guessing that it was probably on the truck, and then he dropped everything off, got back to the shop or whatever, you know, where they pick everything up at, and then was like, oh crap, I still got another box in here for this location, but it's closed now, so I can't drop it off. Because it was pretty late yesterday when they dropped it off, which is normal. Usually they drop off stuff there around like between 3 and 4. Never get tired of the views here. See if I can zoom in for you guys. So that's that right there would be the southern extent of Bryce Canyon National Park right there. And then off to the right over here, you can't really, well, you kind of see it. That right there is the part of what, Grand Escalante National Monument area. And then you can't see from here. You could from where I was parked or from where I was camped, but you could see actually the very edge of Zion National Park too. That's all Utah over there. That shows how close we are to Utah. And then the fire, just weird. I don't know how it came across here, but like you can see New Bern right there, but then it doesn't go this way anymore. And then over here, there's New Bern. And like kind of back where we were at, it was like, it wasn't like just a big fire. It was just like, you know, these weird ribbons of fire that just cut across in these big swaths. Because from the road way over here, the highway that goes to Kanab, like as you come up on the plateau, the fire was way over there. So to go from there over to where we were at, that's like 30 miles probably. Like that thing moved. It probably wasn't 30 miles. It seems like it would be 30 miles. My dog's leaving me. She's like, come on, slow poke. We're almost there, which we are. We just got a little bit further to go before we turn around. Because if I go any further, I lose signal because the trail drops down into like a little draw, and you don't come back out of it for, well, almost right where we crossed earlier, where I was like, oh, right here is where the AZT is, which is probably a good mile down the trail. And then you get signal again for a while. That's why I almost stopped there and was like, oh, we could just go right here. But that section is all New Bern and Old Bern. There was already an Old Bern there from like 5-6 years ago. And then the New Bern just took out everything else that wasn't burned before. So that would not be a fun section. Gosh dang, more trees. They must have had a lot of wind. Well, I do know they had a lot of wind come through here about a week and a half ago. And by a lot of wind, I mean like you're talking 70, 80 mile an hour wind gusts. Ooh. Can never understand wildfires, it's true. I keep running through spider webs. My dog should be clearing the spider webs for me on the trail, but nope, she's not. It is funny sometimes when we do some of these trails, like Casey Peak up in Montana, when we hit that trail, because we're usually, you know, the first ones in the morning, and the only place that the spider webs are is really down, you know, below my knee in the grass and everything. We'll get like 3 miles in and I look at her face, it is just covered in spider webs. I'm like, oh, thank you for clearing the trail for me. Okay, there's the road. She's gonna try and go across. We're gonna turn around, sweet girl. But I want to at least hit the road. Hoofed us. So my watch says 2.66, so that would actually be 3 miles back to the highway. Funny thing is, no, sweet girl, we're gonna go back. I'm just going to this side. So from here it says Highway 89A is 2 miles. It is 3 miles. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Oh, she does not want to go back. She's booping me on the back of the leg with her nose to get my attention. Okay, I think she finally gave up. Yeah, did you give up? Did you give up? Huh? She's like, yeah, no, she's frustrated and doesn't know how to take it off, so she's looking for a stick because she doesn't want to go back. She hates out and back. I'm not a fan of them either, sweet girl, but that's our only options. I think I'm gonna take my coat off though. We're gonna find a place to How long are we up in this part of the country? So we're heading back. We're starting our trek back today, but we're only going to go back to Montana just long enough to pick up my stuff, my solar panels and a couple other items. And then, actually I can use this right here. And then we're going to head straight back down here because I will be working in Phoenix, not this weekend, but next weekend as well. Oops. Do you need some water? Okay, you do? Okay. I'm gonna be taking my coat off anyway, so I can give you some water. I gotta take this off. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Give you the rest of this. I won't need much more. Especially if I take my coat off. Right now I've just been drinking because I'm hot. Getting hot and sweaty. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bop you in the face. I just realized that I might have lost my key. That's not good. Unless I put it in my vest. I had it in my coat pocket, so hopefully I put it in my vest. I mean, I have extra keys in my van. I can unlock my van from my phone. Okay, my key's in my vest. Key is in my vest, so that's good. But when we come back down here, like supposedly the last thing is supposed to show up on Monday that I'm waiting for, which I don't know why it's taking so long to get, because when I ordered it like 3 weeks ago, and it was supposed to show up a week ago, but originally, but at like 3 days before it had shipped or anything, like 3 days, it was like, oh, we got an update on your thing and it's not going to show up until the 4th of November. Well, actually it said no later than the 4th of November, so it could show up today or tomorrow or any of that, but it is her. I ordered some specially made name tapes for her new harness for when I'm working that say videographer assistant on them. I need to order some little molly pouches as well, because her vest has, or her harness has some molly attachments. But I should order some that have, so she can carry, you know, some, like some little spare cables and stuff like that, so that she's a true videographer assistant. Oh. Oh, this was downhill when we just came through. Now it's uphill until we get to the top of that. And I am feeling the elevation. So I think yesterday my headache that I was struggling with truly was from the altitude. I woke up today, I feel way better. In fact, by the end of yesterday, I was feeling way better. I was hoping that I was gonna be able to go spend some time over on the eastern Sierras before the snow flew that they've already got here recently because of an atmospheric river. They've already been getting tons of snow up in that area. There's a peak, Boundary Peak, which is right on the Nevada-California border that I wanted to hit before my race, but I just couldn't make it fit in my schedule because I didn't get over there until later than I wanted to. And then, yeah, I had time in between the first weekend that I was working there and then my race, but I didn't want to like climb a freaking 13,000 foot peak the week, you know, well, really 4 days before my race. So I opted to not do it. And it's the highest point in Nevada. And I'm a little confused because it's called Boundary Peak. So that means it should have enough prominence. Utility belt, exactly. Enough prominence that it should be its own peak to be classified as its own peak. Now it is what's considered a minor peak as part of a bigger mountain, and the peak of that mountain is on the California side of the border. But I'm guessing it must not have enough prominence to be considered its own peak, because if you look up highest peak, specifically highest peak in Nevada, then it's that peak over in the other side of the state in the what do you call it, Great Basin National Park, or what the peak is called. I think it starts with a W, maybe, I don't know. So that tells me that it doesn't have enough prominence to be considered its own peak. And so if you type into Google highest point in Nevada, then this peak shows up, Boundary Peak. So it's not the highest peak, but it is the highest point in Nevada. I could care less about the highest peak. You know, that's like when you look at the highest points in the state, in each state, you know, each 50 state, over half of them aren't peaks. Like the one in Kansas, that doesn't have enough prominence to be considered a peak. Sunflower, it's probably called Sunflower Peak, Sunflower something. If you look at one of my YouTube shorts, or I think one of my TikToks, I did a video where I was like about it. It got a lot of views on, I don't remember which platform. I was like, how does this have a lot of views? This is like, I mean, I did it to be more kind of satirical, maybe kind of funny, but because you park right next to it. And it is on private land, but because of the you know, the importance of the peak. The guy that owns it, I actually talked to him when we went there. He opens it up free to the public because it is, you know, something that people want to go to. Super friendly guy. Talked to him for probably half hour, 45 minutes when we were there. Might have to go the other direction down the trail for a little bit. I got plenty of time. I'm not going to make it all the way back tonight. So there's a part of me that's like, if the weather is, I better check and make sure, but we're probably not going to make it past. Well, we might like make it maybe an hour this side of West Yellowstone. There's all the cell towers, by the way, everybody, right there. You can finally see them. That's why I talk about how line of sight on the cell towers right there. But it all depends on if there's a lot of snow there or not. I know it has been snowing in that area, so because if I can't stay there, then I don't know what I'm going to do. There's not a lot of spots between Utah and Montana. Like, both roads are, there's not a lot of public land anywhere to stay at. Oh, we got uphill all the way back now. That's why I'm struggling. Except for that last little bit, that climb right at the beginning. Everything else is uphill. Oh. And I am very gassy this morning. Gosh dang. At my age, you can never trust a fart. That's why I keep stopping to fart. I used to have a command on the Twitch side, !fart. I don't know if it still is active or not. That one of my old mods added. That was from way back. That's when I was still living in DC. Probably 5-6 years ago. Tells you how long I've been doing this. Pull my finger, yeah. Crazy girl. Well, hello, are you having fun? Huh? You having fun? Did you lose the rock in your... I think she lost the rock in her belt because it's not dinging anymore. I lost the little metal piece in it, or she lost the little metal piece in it a long time ago, and so I bent the things open and put a small rock in there, but it sounds like she finally lost that too. We have to put another little rock in there.
I pinch your tushy. Oh man, hoofed it. Uphill, and the altitude is getting to me. And it's gonna get hot out. I only have maybe 2 more sips of water left is all. Because she took the rest of it. And she did actually drink it all. She didn't waste any of it. Whew. You know, somebody could clean this up a little bit. Because this is all broken wood, or dead wood. So super light. Like, I just moved that giant ass log with my hand, one arm. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Ouch, that hurt. Let me finish doing what I'm doing here, and I'll knock out them push-ups. All right, move. You gotta move. Move. You're not helping. You're just gonna get in the way. All right, move. Oh, it's stuck. This branch. This is where I injured myself. Okay, I need to put this down. Let me put this down before I break something. Ooh. I'll actually just put this right here, and then I can knock out my push-ups too. Look at it. After I finish doing this. Yeah. Weirdo. Trying to get every single stick. It's too bad the Forest Service guy just drove by. It's too bad he didn't see me doing trail maintenance. First decory. Oh no, that's careful. I won't be bleeding out. And even if I did, I have my first aid kit with me. And I am very proficient at putting pressure bandages on and making it at least 9.5 miles back to the trailhead without bleeding out. I know from experience this last summer when I took and slipped coming down off a cloud peak and gashed my leg wide open. And with a pressure bandage, it took about 2 hours for it to stop bleeding because it was a deep gash, about 4 or 5 inches long. But I mean, it probably would have stopped bleeding if I wasn't using my leg, but I had to get out of there. Like, I couldn't take the chance. And so it's like I say, I was walking that fine line between moving fast enough so I didn't bleed out, but not moving too fast to where I bled out faster. By the time I made it back to the trailhead, though, it had stopped bleeding. But it took me 3 hours to get back to the trailhead because I was only able to move at about 20-minute mile pace. I mean, all directions. I'm not too worried about anything out here. Smelling blood. But I wasn't too worried there because there was a hiker that went missing like 2 days before that, and it was a day after is when his wife called search and rescue and reported him missing. And so there was search and rescue all over out there. So if anything, I could have gotten help from them if I needed it. There was one guy that I was talking to because every time they kept stopping you because they were scattered all over. You know, there was probably 50 of them out there, all in pairs, looking for any sign of this guy. They never did find him. But I was talking to one guy after I'd come out a couple miles, and I was still bleeding, had the pressure bandage on. So at the bottom of the pressure bandage, it was just soaked with blood, and it was running down into my shoe and everything. And the guy's, you know, doing his normal, you know, have you seen any sign of this guy, whatever. Well, he started off by saying, have you talked to any other search and rescues yet? And I was like, yeah, I've talked to like 3 different groups on top of the peak. And I chit-chatted with him for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he finally noticed my leg and was like, oh damn, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. It's like, do you need anything, any first aid? I'm like, no, I put a pressure bandage on and all that, so it's as good as it's gonna get until I get out of here. He's like, well, don't go into shock on us. But yeah, my guess is with that guy, where's she at? Oh, she's way up there. Most likely, I don't know what this guy was thinking. He wasn't an experienced hiker. He was out there by himself, and he decided to summit Cloud Peak late in the day, which doesn't make any sense. He was supposedly camped out there, so it should have only been like 3 miles from where he was supposedly camped out at to the top of the peak. Yet he didn't get to the top of the peak till like 9 o'clock at night, which is, for that area, a no-go anyways. Not only was it dark by then, but that time of year, there's freaking afternoon thunderstorms every night. And there were some nasty ones then. So he would have freaking, all right, come on. Her bell's dinging again now, so fuck, must have just got stuck. But I was camped about halfway down the road, like the highway going to the top up there, the night that he would have summited, and it was horrible. Like rain, hail, snow, mix, everything. Super windy. And I'm like, what is this guy doing on the top of the freaking mountain while all these thunderstorms are going on? And they know he summited it at that time, because until you get to the top of the mountain, there is no cell service. And so he got to the top where you can get cell service and texted his wife and said, hey, I made it to the summit and I'm gonna start heading down. Well, my guess is it got really shitty really quick. He couldn't see anything, and 75% of that peak around it is, 1,000-foot cliff, and he probably fell off the cliff somewhere, because it's nothing but rock scrambles too for about a mile once you get off the peak. Actually, it's more than that. Super slick rock. That's why I have a gash, because there was a rock that I stepped on that was wet and I didn't know it, and my foot slipped, went straight down the rock, and then the front of my leg went right into another lock. I'm actually lucky I didn't break my leg, really. What is that, your tibia? Lucky I didn't break that. Very easily could have, because I was running down, and I'm inexperienced, at doing that stuff. And I was just running around dancing down the rocks in just a split second. So him being inexperienced, like, I passed probably 10 or 12 hikers coming down, and I passed a couple even going up. But that's a very challenging peak, especially if you're like me doing it in a day, because I did it in a day. It's 26 miles round trip, probably, something like that. What would it be? It's 9 miles to the bottom of the mountain, and it's not flat to get there. You're talking probably 2,000 feet of vert just to get to that point, because you're climbing the whole time. And then from there to the top is another 3, so that'd be 12 miles. So you're talking at least 24 miles. I think it was a little more than that though. Well, I looked up the other day, because this was back in August, early August, and I looked up to see if there's any updates for this guy, and they never found him. So my guess is he fell off, ended up dying somewhere, and there's so many, like I said, it's nothing but boulders there. And so he probably fell down into a crevice somewhere. And because they had, when I was out there doing the peak, they had a couple search and rescue small planes, like little Cessnas. The National Guard was out there with their Black Hawks looking for the guy. And then, like I said, there's like 50 people out and around looking for him, and couldn't find any sign of him. He wasn't that old. I would say he was early 20s. A lot of people, the fact that he was inexperienced and solo, that's what gets me. And he's trying to do a peak like that. Because it is super remote. And even when I went, like on the peak itself, there was only like maybe 6 people. And that was, you know, in the busy season, but nobody's out on that peak after like early afternoon, because that's when the thunderstorms come in. If you don't get to the top by then, you're not doing it. And that's the difference between an experienced hiker and a non-experienced hiker. But it's like, why was he solo? That's what I don't get. A lot of people ask me why I do a lot of the stuff that I do solo, especially a lot of these big peaks, you know, like Cloud Peak, some of the peaks I do in Bob Marshall. Bob Marshall, the biggest concern I have is just grizzly bears being solo. If you have more people, then they have a tendency to stay away from you. But I'm experienced. Like, I know how to stay safe. You know, I know what to do and not to do. Like, I don't know how many times in Colorado trying to do some 14ers there that it could be completely clear skies like this right now. And if it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm still an hour from the top, from the summit, I don't push it. I turn around and go back, because I know between 1 and 2, that's when all the thunderstorms hit. Okay, now we got actually a little bit of downhill. For a little bit, then we have a slight uphill, but then it's downhill the whole rest of the way. Pretty much it's downhill the whole rest of the way, because even this slight uphill up here is not that uphilly. This is downhill and I'm still breathing hard. Tells you I'm not used to the elevation, that's for sure. And I'm going that fast. A 9-10 pace. What is she stopping looking at? She always worries me. Oh yeah, definitely. Bad luck can hit anybody. Sometimes the bad luck is worse for the more experienced people, because the reason why they have the bad luck is because they get a little lackadaisical and try and push it because they're like, oh, I got lots of experience, I can just push it a little more. And that's what gets themselves into trouble. Okay, here's our last little uphill. Other than the highway. I don't really count the highway though. Whew. I'm guessing he made some coyotes or black bears dinner, I'm guessing. I don't think they have grizzlies there. Maybe they do. I don't see. They could go. There is at least a mountainous region that connects the two, so grizzlies definitely could be there in that mountain range. I don't think they have any wolves there. They might though. I mean, if there's a corridor for the grizzlies to get over there, then definitely a corridor for the wolves to get over there. I don't know as if I've ever heard that there's even wolves in the Beartooth, because that's the wilderness. It would cut across from like the Yellowstone area, which I don't even know even if Syracuse have. Syracuse would have to have wolves, but the Beartooth are so high. I don't know if the wolves would be up there or not. Might be a little too high for them. Because the lowest point in the Beartooth is over 10,000 feet, so, and it is harsh in the wintertime. Like, there's not even much elk up in there any time of the year. They're more on like the foothills area. Okay, now we get to see how good she's going to be crossing the highway this direction. There has been so much traffic on this highway. It's been nuts. Like even driving up here a couple days ago, I was like, gosh dang, there's a lot of traffic. Well, even coming down through this way, I was amazed by how much freaking traffic was coming through here. Because even in freaking height of tourist season, when the north rim of the Grand Canyon's open, there's not this much traffic. And it's been closed all year because of the fire. So it's like, why is there so much traffic up here? Because it's slower going this way versus the regular highway. Most of your, and the road's narrower and all that kind of stuff. So most of your snowbirds and people with their big ass RVs and everything, they go the main highway. They don't take this way. And it's really windy here, and the other way is not windy either. The highway will do what highways do. Yep. Whew. Oh man. Okay, I need to keep her under control so she doesn't get ran over. Slow down. She's like, oh, Dad, you take the fun out of everything. Arizona Trail. All right, slow down. Thank you. She whipped around like, what? Who do you think you are? No, Nari. No, slow down. She's trying to be the, I'm an independent girl. I don't need no man. Don't tell me what to do. But I can hear a vehicle coming from the other side over here. I would run, but if I start running, she's gonna think it's time to run. Which really, if she ran across the road, she'd probably be fine. She could go through the culvert. I don't know why they don't just make a big ass culvert here for people to cross under. Come here. Nope. Don't you dare. Okay, go. She actually looked across, looked when she's crossing the road, like, make sure there's no cars coming. Oh yeah, we barely made it. Come on, Nari, come on, get off the road. Cars coming, you weirdo. I just got an update saying Nari's at the van. Is she though? Is she? Let's see, there's my lift kit and big ass mud tires, off-road tires. You can see that my van is easily a good 6 inches higher than a stock van. Oh, okay, yes, it's gonna get warm out now, so I thought about going down the trail this way a bit as well, but I don't think I have it in me. 5.5 miles. We'd only go like half a mile that way. She really wants to go that way, but I'm not gonna. We're not gonna. There we go. Oopsies. Oopsies. Oops. Come on. There we go. Oh, man. Take my power cable off. I should take a picture of the emergency numbers here, because it has the ranger district number, the forest supervisor's office, Grand Canyon National Park office number, Coconina County Sheriff's Office, Arizona Game and Fish, hospital. Oh man, it is like white gravel right here, and you can tell that sun is just getting reflected straight up off the ground. You can tell you need some water, but you're gonna have to let me put water in your dish. Hold on, there's no water there. Gosh dang it, I'm trying to take that off. Grab it. You're in the way, I can't reach it. There you go. Is that enough water? I don't know how much you're going to drink, but I don't want to put too much in there. Don't want to put too much in there, because then it'll slosh about as we're driving around. Does this need to be charged? It's still at 60. We're good. No, you leave that alone. Yeah, she walked over to where that elk leg was and was like, oh, look at what I found again. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Huh, little wiggly butts? Oh, little wiggly butts. Oh, dancing. Doing the Nala dance. Kicking my feet. Oh, I'm so sweaty. Oh, there we go. Whew. I gotta get rid of my fat tummy, sweet girl. Gotta get rid of my fat tummies. I put on 20 pounds after Mammoth because I was just so ravenous after racing 200 miles. I really need to rotate my tires too. They're starting to get a little cupped, and so they are extra vibration-y and noisy going down the highway. So I might see if I can get my oil changed on Monday maybe, and they can rotate my tires too. Okay, so really we did about 5.8 miles because we forgot to start our watch until we were at the gate up there. Why are you wagging your tail? Over there wagging your tail. Over there wagging your tail like you are happy or something. thought for sure I put a shirt. What are you doing? Towel. Not through here, nope. Okay, I need something to drink. I need something to eat too. We gotta stop for gas in Kaibab. There's that. Cold. Hey Nari, can you hand me that Red Bull that's in the front right there? So I can put it in the fridge so it's cold for later if I need it. Huh? Can you hand it for me? No? She says no, I can't. I cannot. I'm going to change my title because we are now going to be driving. It's going to be a driving stream. I'm going to move you guys over here so I can get in and out of this door. They must have special rules here for stuff, for hunting. 'Cause I just went over and read the sign and see what it was about. And it's like, if you're using lead bullets, then you gotta they don't tell you to do it, but they say, please bring your gut pile to the Jacob Lake check station to be entered into a raffle. If you're using non-lead ammunition, then you can just leave it wherever in the field. No, that's mine. That's not yours. Yep, that's not yours. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. You worry about yourself. You worry about yourself. Oh. Okay. Crazy pants. Okay, we don't need the distance thing on now. Probably do need the AC on though. Not say I needed to talk to you. It is bright out there. Wow, that's even bright. Oh geez, I almost lost my wrap over here. It decided to unravel itself and I didn't notice. Well, I think what I might actually do is reset the stream, because I can't turn off the YouTube side of the house. So yeah, I'm gonna reset the stream, everybody. Let me update the title. Living her best life, yep. Okay, I may or may not lose you guys on the Twitch side, but I'm gonna try and end YouTube without having any problems, but